citizens, faculty members, distinguished guests, and dignitaries. My name is Firefighter Brian Cofield, and I currently work as a firefighter for the City of Monrovia, and I am currently assigned to Truck 101 as a tiller operator. A little background about me. Prior to my career as a firefighter, I was a full-time paid Monrovia police officer for nearly 8 years. During my time as a police officer, I handled thousands of investigations and served on the Regional Special Weapons and Tactics Team, also known as the SWAT team. Now, working as a firefighter, I am in charge to address community hazards, problems, and concerns. Over the past 2 months, my team and I have been diligently working on mitigating hazards that we have found to be a serious issue to the City of Monrovia. In today's informative meeting, I will discuss in depth the problems that we have identified and the possible solutions to the area of concern. While doing extensive research into the city's map and traffic, the Monrovia Fire Department located a severe problem in the northernmost portion of the city where the streets become very narrow and steep. These roadways can be very dangerous, especially due to the fact that these roadways have not been resurfaced or maintained in over 15 years. This makes for a serious issue within our city limits. Currently, there are over 37,000 residents in the city of Monrovia. The number increases Monday through Friday from approximately 37,000 to well over 87,000 people, with all the commercial businesses and all the employees that those businesses employ. This can cause a very large issue of extra vehicles on the roadway, especially on roadways that are not designed to withstand such vehicle traffic. Monrovia Fire and Rescue conducted a study on the amount of traffic collisions in the northern steep portion roadways from 2012 to 2022. The study, which analyzed all the emergency calls for service to these areas by both fire and police, were staggering. The areas in questions were Grand Avenue, Norumbega Avenue, Mountain Avenue, and Encinitas Avenue. These 4 streets alone equated for over 75% of the total traffic collisions in all of the 13.7 square miles of the city. We researched and we found through the police database that over 480 collisions have occurred on these 4 streets over the last 10 years. That is over 48 collisions per year in these areas. There has to be something done to protect you as a citizen, the community, the children that live, play, and they walk the sidewalks to the schools. The Monrovia Police Department and the Monrovia Fire Department has teamed up together with Public Works, the Street Department, and other local businesses to create a committee to solve the traffic collisions and unsafe speed in these steep roadways. First and foremost, the safety of our community is of the utmost concern, and everything that we do has this focus in mind. Phase 1 of the Community Risk Reduction Mitigation Strategy Plan, the Monrovia Fire Department, with the assistance of the Monrovia Street Division, will start grading the old and dilapidated asphalt and begin laying the new sophisticated texturized asphalt. This asphalt makes for better traction with vehicle tires and makes for a better traveling experience in inclement weather situations, which now becomes less of a concern due to the better overall traction of the asphalt itself with the tires on the vehicles. The next phase will then be to install strategically placed speed bumps in multiple areas on all 4 of the streets that I mentioned earlier, which are Grand Avenue, Norumbega Avenue, Encinitas Avenue, and Mountain Avenue. There will also be signs placed on top of the hill as well as below the hill to warn drivers of the new installed speed bumps and to advise that to safely cross the speed bumps that a speed of less than 15 miles per hour is needed to maintain that safety level. This will hopefully slow down the vehicles and in turn keeping residents that live in the area safer from vehicle collisions as well as other motorists in the area. It is a win-win for our city. The next phase of our CRR, which is Community Risk Reduction Plan, is to work hand in hand with the Monrovia Police Department and have increased patrol and presence in the north part of the city. This will hopefully deter motorists from pushing the limits of their vehicles and traveling at such speed that is unsafe to control their vehicles. There will also be a laser infrared detecting device, also known as a LiDAR. This will be installed in both the northbound and southbound lanes. And there will also be cameras that take pictures of license plates of the vehicles that exceed the speed over 25 miles per hour, which will also be posted in the area to warn drivers of what the posted speed limit is. And this will also alert the police with these cameras when they take pictures of the license plate when the violations have been committed in these areas. Now, the question that you may all be having is, where's funding going to come from this? Well, the funding for these projects will come from state-funded grants. And we as the fire department have already secured over $500,000 of funding from these state-funded grants. There's a lot of money that is available to emergency agencies that when a good plan has been implemented and devised, that the state will actually assist with giving these agencies and these cities money to be able to complete these projects, because they don't come cheap. So this funding now will pave the new way for improvements, and it doesn't cost anything to the tax-paying citizens. Your bills won't be higher. We're not going to charge anything extra to your water bill, anything like that. We're already in a hard, difficult time, so it's better off that we go about the grant funding. We have 2 grant writers for the city, and they're here to help develop and implement any new strategic plan that we need to send over to the state to hopefully get more and more funding to be able to control and mitigate these expenditures. We are working very diligent on this project, and we want to ease the worry of the citizens, the pain, and also the traffic collisions that are caused in these areas, to limit them. That's our main goal. This community risk reduction will take time and has to be done in steps and phases that we had laid out earlier in this conversation. And I assure you that the fire department and the city of Monrovia will keep all of the citizens appraised of what is going on. I feel that open communication is the best medicine, and we are completely transparent on our approach to mitigating all of these hazards. With all of the phases complete, the city and all this department feel that lives will be saved and injuries stopped due to the new improvements in our city. We will also be in talks with multiple business owners and have fundraisers in an effort to curb the costs of this plan. From this point on, I urge you, the citizens of Monrovia, and all people that visit the city of Monrovia, to share this information with everyone that you know, even if they do not live in the city, or even if you don't live in the city yourself. We want the word to spread about what we are doing to combat hazards with traffic collisions in these critical areas. This information may even help other cities to come up with new plans on protecting citizens. The more educated everyone is about these issues, the better we are all in the end. On behalf of the City of Monrovia Fire Department, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today to listen to the Community Risk Reduction Plan. My hopes are that everyone stays safe and thrives here in this community that we all love and enjoy so very much. I'm also free to answer any questions regarding this new strategic plan, and you can come visit the Monrovia Fire Department or the Monrovia Police Department. We have pamphlets, educational materials to give to you, and we will be passing them out at the end of this conference. I appreciate you. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon.